game if they're going to come out victorious.
Need ways to figure out these two as well. Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle at the podium after the Timberwolves win.
Just what did it take from you and the team to close the way that you did tonight for a team that you guys have not always been super sharp in clutch time situations?
I got two words for you. Jaden McDaniels. It's just that simple. Once again, he's been incredible for us all year.
How did you kind of manage the emotions of the environment? I mean, it was a super intense game, fans going.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This was the best that the fan. It was so loud in there today. Like when when Drew got his first basket, it was so loud in there. Like I couldn't hear the play. I couldn't hear what play we was in. I couldn't hear Rudy saying screen left sack. I couldn't hear nothing. Like it was so loud in there. That was probably the most fun I've had in Target Center for sure.
And it seemed like tonight you really spent those last 5 minutes really found the balance of hitting that 1-3 and then just finding the lanes and being patient with it. Like what were you seeing, especially down the stretch with their defense, and how were you able to kind of generate good looks every time down?
Just trying to play a little faster. I think in the first half I was getting to where I wanted to go, but I wasn't playing fast enough. So like when they switch and then say Julius set a screen and they switch and he roll his man down, I was waiting till his man turned around instead of driving right behind him. And I think in the fourth quarter I started to do that more, and it was effective.
Julius, you've always talked about liking to push the pace, and that's been so critical in this series. Have you tried to take that up to a different level, even of every time there's an opportunity, getting out and trying to get a good look that way?
Yeah, we know when they miss or make, it's an advantage for us to be able to push the pace, get downhill, create a play for yourself or your teammates. So any chance that I can do that, if I can get the rebound or early transition and get a hit ahead, I try to break the paint and from there see what happens.
Hey, Ant, did you have a sense, or did you know that right here, Ant, did you have a sense that Luka might have been a little under the weather, and if so, did you go at him? Did you try to go at him a little bit harder if you knew he was sick at all?
No, I didn't know. I mean, I don't sit and watch the latest updates or nothing like that, so I don't know anything about none of their players, but whoever on the court.
What did you two fellas think about the 40-year-old tonight?
He was incredible. He did everything he could in his power to try to will him to a win. He was shooting it from Yucatan. Yeah, for sure. He was shooting it crazy for sure. He caught one of them in transition, and I was like kind of closing out, and I'm like, he not about to shoot this, and he launched. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun to watch him be competing against him today for sure.
Julius, all season the five you guys start with may not always be the five that you end up closing a game with. Just how has that, just as a team, gone over in the locker room, and how have guys maybe put their egos to the side for the good of the team in these situations when everybody wants to close but not everybody can on a given night? And just how is that culture built over the course of the season?
I mean, I just think our trust in coaches, extremely high. We know that he wants to win. Everybody in the locker room, 1 through 15, want to win as well. So, that's all it's about right now. It's not about egos or minutes, shots. None of that stuff matters. It matters like tonight, at the end of the night, did we get to win? And, that's what we play for every single night. So we're a very much together group. And, we recognize all those situations. So it's like, at some point, even if you don't finish the game, we're going to need you at some point. You know what I mean? So it might not be your night tonight, but having that trust that coach is going to, put you in when we need you, that's all we can ask for.
And on the three that you hit Nas with, when did you see him open? At what point did you know that you were going to him on that particular play?
To go up 6?
Yeah.
I think we ran an action to get Luka to switch, and they didn't switch. I seen them about to double me, so I just tried to attack Luka. I got to the baseline, and since the first game, they've been taking away the corners, so I didn't even have to look in the wing. I knew somebody was on the wing, whether it was Nas or Dante, and I really couldn't even see him. I just threw it to the wing because I knew somebody was going to be there, and luckily it was Nas Reed, you know what I'm saying, the fan favorite, so he was able to come up big for us, man.
And with Jaden,
and Julius got to shoot more. He took 13 shots. You all right? You good? He took 13 shots, y'all.
I'm tired as hell.
And he was
I had 10 free throws.
He was yeah, he did. You're right. So okay.
Balance
I'm
out.
sorry. He was incredible from the field. He only took 13 shots. We need him to take
I
like
agree.
2 more shots.
You know what it's like to guard Luka. You're probably getting the second most possessions guarding him. Jaden is guarding him the rest of the time. What do you think it's like for him to be able to do that much defensively and be able to contribute offensively?
I told him maybe like 2 years ago, like, bro, I don't understand like what type of shape you in. I don't know what you do in the summertime. Like, because do he ever look tired to y'all? Like, I mean, I know he don't show no emotion, but like you can tell if somebody tired. Like if you watch me going into the end of the first quarter, I'm like, I'm trying to catch my breath. Jaden never looks tired. Like it looked like he could play 48 minutes. So I don't know, man. It's incredible on his behalf, man. What he played tonight, 38. He could have played 48 minutes for sure. I think Finchie does a great job of trying to match his minutes with Luka, you know, to keep him on him, because he's pretty much like the only person we got that can kind of make it tough on him, because Luka makes the craziest shots.
Julius, over the course of the season, what's kind of, when you look back at it, figuring out how you two, you know, play off of each other offensively? I mean, back at the beginning, it was kind of like your turn, my turn, and now it just seems like it's flowing more natural.
Yeah, I mean, I try to make the game as easy as possible as I can for him, because he draws so much attention when he has the ball in his hands. And I mean, you've seen how teams are playing him all year. You know, it's boxes and elbows, so it's like we talked about earlier, like pushing the pace. Like if I could find him some easy ones in transition or some DHOs where the defense is off balance and he can get downhill or play in space, I try to make, you know, a conscious effort to get him those looks. And then it's just a trickle-down effect. You know, once he's going and he's in rhythm, you know, the defense is going to overreact to everything that he does, and it just makes the game easier for myself and everybody else. You know what I mean?
And how would you describe the attention to detail and urgency you guys had defensively in those last 5 minutes? There was one where you closed out on LeBron, you were like in his hip pocket,
Yeah.
just like those. Everybody seemed like they were doing that on that end.
Yeah, I think like you said, the last 4 minutes, the attention to detail was pretty good. I think it could be better, just on being able to read the game a little bit more. We had a couple drives, one on Jaden and one on Julius. Luka drove them, and they played pretty good defense, and we didn't have to bring a low man or a help defender. We could have just made him make a tough shot, but we brought the low man, and it put us into rotation. And the bad thing about getting into rotation is when the ball is swinging, everybody is rotating so fast. The ball, we don't want certain people to catch the ball. We don't want LeBron, Luka, or Austin Reeves to catch the ball within those rotations. So that's why we got to go watch film and be able to read the game a little better on when to bring the low man and when not to. Because if they play good defense, they make them take a tough shot. Everybody just fan out. You know what I'm saying? Because you get in rotations, Hachimura touch it, Finney-Smith touch it, then it goes back to Luka for a catch and shoot. And that's what we don't want. So we got to be able to take that away from the game, especially down the stretch.
And where did that dunk on Luka rank in your career list of dunks?
Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, that was a terrible dunk.